I don't know if you listen, but we are going to start. Everybody, please. First of all, good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone, dear students. Today we are going to complete another exercise we did, but we couldn't do. Okay, one exercise we couldn't do is a project about sports. So today I really like you to start thinking in sports. Your favorite sport first, okay? I don't know. Is it your favorite sport soccer? Is it your favorite? What is your favorite sport? Is it basketball? Is it your is your favorite soccer? Is your favorite sport is baseball, tennis? We are going to do that. We are going to think about sports. But first of all, this is an activity thought we have to work in groups. But today we are not going to do that. We are going to imagine that we are friends, okay? That's the idea of this activity. You know, in languages we have to use a lot our imagination. So this activity is one of them. So we have to use our imagination, and we are going to start our project about this page. Okay, I'm going to show you on screen what is the activity about. But first of all, we need to remember some basic concepts about this simple present tense what we have today. So I will show you some structures how to form simple present tense. Remember, simple present tense we use in activities, in routines. Okay, in routines, permanent states. Um, we use as well in habits. Yes, habits. Thank you. Habits and so on. As well in feelings. Yes, in feelings. So we have done, doesn't, but this is the negative form. But first we need, yes, simple present tense. Positive forms we have to use this. Okay, I know if you can see positive form, the subject, I, you, he, she, it, we, they, but this is in another form. It starts with third person, he, she, it, and we are using the verb start. Start in Spanish significa empezar, iniciar, right? But this is the conjugation. He, she, it starts. We have to add an s. Starts in this case. And in other subjects, like for example, we, I, they, we have to use start. Okay, this is one rule, very important rule that we have to know. Another is the negative. The negative form in simple present tense is the use of not. After that, we use the auxiliary does and do. Of course, in he, she, it, we use does not, or the contracted form doesn't. Siempre utilizamos el doesn't como inglés, ¿no? Inglés comercial o inglés oral, doesn't. He doesn't start. Next, don't, do not. I don't start. We don't start. Very important, okay? What about the question form? The question form we have here, usamos el auxiliar do, does. más he, she, it. O sea, el does utiliza he, she, it como sujetos. We use does and he, she, it, please. Don't use do, he, she, it. No. This is the rule, please. Does, he, she, it. Do the rest of the subjects. I, you, we, you, they. Do you start? Does she start? As you can see in interrogative form, in question form, we don't use the S like we did in positive. In question, no, we don't use. We have the examples. Do you like it? Does she like it? Other verbs with like. Example, he likes it. Affirmative. Interrogative. Does she like it? We have other banners that I can share with you. Is the formation of do and does. Explain it in another way. Question with do or does. In this case, yes, no questions. Yes, no questions, we use do and does. I, you, we, they, and he, she, it. We use do for these subjects, okay? And does we use for he, she, it. Do you go? Do we go? Do they go? Cualquiera sea el ejemplo. What about does? Does she go? Does she want? Does she like? Usamos verbos en infinitivo sin to. Aquí dice la regla en color rosado. Never use to. Some examples. Affirmative. Aquí está la diferencia entre el afirmativo y el interrogativo. You speak English. Yes, I speak English. You speak English. Do you speak English? Para hacer preguntas utilizamos do. Do you speak English? Don't forget to write capital letters do, and don't forget the question mark at the end of the sentence. Second example, with third person, he. He speaks English. She speaks English. What about the question form? We don't use do, we use does. Does he speak English? So be careful with that. No es. La S borrada, ¿no? ¿Lo pueden ver? No es. Desaparece. The S disappears in question forms. In this case, yes, no question. Look, third person verbs lose the final S in questions. This is one explanation about question. We know this, of course, we can do information questions, WH questions. WH questions we use when, where, who, why, how, whom, which, and so on. Then, do or does. Luego el sujeto, cualquiera de ellos. Be careful with this. Do, does. Does only he, she, it. Do, I, you, we, you, they. Any verb, work, study, play, go, eat, drink. Where do you live? Puedo utilizar este where, do, you. Aquí no hay live, pero practicamos mucho eso en clase, ¿no? Where do you live? ¿Dónde vives? Okay, so eso, please, this explanation, please, for the next activity will be very, very useful. So let's go to the books, and we have In the books we have page 22, please. Page 22 or 22, it's up to you. Page 22, and we have Jesus Christ. Yes. Project. Make a sports manual. Make a sports manual. We have start. We have to think in number one, who is in your team? We have to think in one friend. Pepito, Maria, etc. Who is in your team? And we do that. Who is in your team? 2. What is this your sport? You have to think in one sport, okay? Who is on your team? 2. After you write the name, answer number 2. What is your sport? I don't know, maybe baseball or basketball. You have to investigate about that sport. Number 3, investigate the sport. 4, is it a team or individual sports? Is it a team or individual sports? Answer that, please. Number 4. Is it a team or individual sports? For example, soccer is a team sport. So we have to investigate. Yes, my sport is individual. Yes, my sport is a team. Number 5. Where do you play it? Where do you play it? ¿Recuerdan qué es where? Bueno, en base a eso, hacemos la pregunta. Where do you play it? ¿Dónde lo juegas? Responden. In a court, in a soccer court, in a tennis court, could be the answer. Number 6. What do we have in number 6? What is the uniform like? What is the uniform like? You have to draw it. In the same book, we have space in this chart. What is the uniform like? Draw it, please. ¿Qué es draw? Yes, sí, dibujar. Draw it, the uniform. 7. How do you play the sports? How do you play the sport? How? ¿Qué era how? ¿Cómo? How do you play the sport? Write a list of rules in your notebook. How do you play the sport? So use your notebook. For example, if it's soccer, you have to explain how many players, or futsal, how many players. Futsal has 5 players, for example. 1 goalkeeper, 1 defense, 2 middle fields, and 2 forwards. Un arquero, si es futsal, un arquero, un defensor, un mediocampo o 2 mediocampos, o un delantero o 2 delanteros, depende. Explicas eso. But in English, okay? How do you play the sport? Write the rules. Escribe las reglas. We use a ball. Yes. The team who wins is the team who scores more goals. El equipo que mete más goles gana. Next we have 8. We have number 8. And sorry, and we have number 8 here. No. What is number 8? Oh, I didn't. Yes. I have 8. Plan a manner on paper or digitally. Decide who, what, all participate. Plan a manual on a paper. Planificar un manual en papel o digital, dice. Pero nosotros vamos a hacer en papel, ¿no? Un manual, una estrategia. Decide quién hace qué. Decide who does what. Pepito o María. Pepito is the goalkeeper. Pepito es el arquero. María is the forward. María es la delantera. Eso depende de qué hayas escrito en la número 1. Who is on your team? ¿Quién está en tu equipo? Ahí tú decides cuántos jugadores tendrá. Para eso primero tienes que averiguar o pensar qué deporte quieres. Next, we have 9. Produce your manual. Present your manual to your class. Number 8, 9, and 10, we have to write in your notebook, okay? We have examples here. Number 1, the rules, reglas. Swimmers. The swimmers dance to music. There are speakers underwater. Están explicando cómo es del lado sincronizado su regla, ¿no? ¿Dónde? Where? The swimming pool is 20 per 30 meters or bigger, 3 meters deep. This is the example of synchronized swimming. Where? Rules. The swimmers dance to music. There are speakers underwater. Another. Synchronized swimming is for women, team or pairs. Team, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 swimmers. This is a team of all pairs could be. Or man and a woman, pair. The uniform. Explain the uniform, please. The uniform is a swimsuit and a cap. No goggles. I didn't know that. No goggles. De esa forma, ese es el ejemplo del manual digital de tu deporte que hayas escogido. Where the rules and the description of the team, if it's for women or men, the uniform, etc. Any questions about this? Oops. Okay, so if you don't have questions, please, that's all for today, I think. So I hope you enjoyed this activity. And if you have questions, let me know in the chat. I will answer them. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the page, okay? That's all. Goodbye, students.